Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Michaela and today I'm going to be telling you about the 10 books that I want to read by the end of the year. Initially I was going to do the end of year book tag. However, being in Australia, there is a lot of questions in it that aren't super relevant. And also, I don't know, I don't like filming tags much, so I'm not going to. So we're doing a list instead. This is by no means all of the books that I want to read by the end of the year. I have a hectic TBR for this month and next month. However, these are the books that I would like to have read by the end of the year. Mostly because I have a terrible habit of starting series and then never finishing them. So I'm going to try to finish a few of the series that I've started this year. And these are the books that entails. So without further ado, I'm going to just jump into the video. So the first two books that I would like to read are the end of a series, and that is Godsgrave and Dark Dawn by Kristoff. I read Nevernight earlier this year, last month in fact, and I fell in love with it. I'm so excited to read the rest of the series. I am already listening to Godsgrave, so that will be one of them at least by the end of the year read. The Nevernight series follows our main character Mia Corvere as she trains to be an assassin through this assassin school. However, we also follow her as she uncovers a lot of her past, some of the trauma that she's gone through, with the added complication of the fact that she is a Darken, which basically means that she has a passenger who lives in her shadow, and it is a little cat. It's very cute. And basically she has the power over shadows as well, and there are not many Darken in this world. No one really knows what they are. So we're kind of following her as she uncovers a lot of that as well. I have spoken about this, I've ranted about this before. I have a vlog where I'm listening to Nevernight and Godsgrave, so please feel free to go check those out. I don't think that the vlog for Godsgrave is out yet. I'm also not finished it, so it doesn't matter anyway. There's vlogs. Check them out if you feel like it. I'll leave links up here, maybe down here, who knows. The next three books as well are a part of a series, and so I will just put them together. And that is the Study series by Maria V. Snyder. So Shadow Study, Night Study, and Dawn Study are the last three in this series. The first three, Poison, Magic, and Fire Study, all came out basically as a trilogy at once, and later on she released this second trilogy to go along with that storyline, becoming a 6-book series. I have never finished this series. I am currently like midway through a reread. It's taken me 10 years to finish this series, so I have high hopes for the last 3 books in the series. I have read Shadow Study before. I read that when it came out, but I have not read Night Study and Dawn Study as of yet, so I will be doing that by the end of the year. The Poison Study series follows our main character Yelena. She is kind of on death's door. She is on the way to the galley to be hanged. I'm pretty sure it's called a galley, but before she gets there, she's offered the position of a poison taster for the commander instead. She takes that, and the first book follows Yelena as she learns all of the way of the poisons, how to taste for them, while also kind of discovering herself as well and uncovering her own past and her own inner powers. I have loved this series forever. It is kind of like my first like young adult fantasy romance series that I followed. Since reading it again, I have reduced my rating of the first 3 books in the series. However, I do have high hopes for the rest of the series, as Maria's writing did get a lot better as we progressed through the first 3 books, so I can only imagine that it continued as well after 10 years into the last 3. So, the Study series. I'm so excited to finish them. Oh, they're so good. The next 2, not a surprise, end of a series, and it is the end of the Night Angel Trilogy by Brent. The first book in this series is The Way of Shadows, and the second are Beyond the Shadows and Shadow's Edge. This is a high fantasy series following our main character, who is also training to become an assassin. I'm sensing a theme here. So he is kind of like a rat on the streets. He doesn't really have too much of a life aside from his like found family of street rats as well, until he finds Durzo Blint, kind of like the notorious town assassin, and trains under him to become an assassin himself. He takes up a new name, Kyla Stern, and the first book follows him as he obviously again learns the way of the assassin, learns how to have this new personality and this new role in his life. There is mystery, there's politics, there's a whole lot going on in this series. I read the first one last year, so it's been quite some time since I have actually read and picked up the series. However, I do hope to finish it this year because I did really enjoy the first one, and so I'm hoping that I will also like the second and third. These are quite hefty. They're quite long reads, so it may take me some time to get through both of them, but they are definitely on my TBR for the end of the year. I'm so excited to get to them. I'm excited to finish the series. Brent consistently has great books. I really like him as a fantasy writer. He creates amazing worlds. His characters are always very interesting as well. They're kind of almost morally grey. So I think that that's why I like them so much. And I'm excited to continue. Obviously, I'm excited to continue every series. That's why I'm talking about them in this video. The next is actually a series that I want to start. It's a duology. It's well loved by everyone on BookTube, on BookTok, on everything, and it is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I read the Shadow and Bone series, so the first 3 in like the Grishaverse, and I didn't like them. So I've heard that Six of Crows, this heist novel, is much better. Just generally, people love this series, this duology. I've also recently learned that apparently it's going to become a trilogy, not just a duology, so that will be interesting. Six of Crows follows a group of, I don't know what they are, criminals? Follows a group led by Kaz Brecker as they embark on this heist. That's literally all I know about this. I know that it's set in the Grishaverse. I know that it's set in the town on the other side of the fold, that I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, I'm just hoping that I like this more than I like Shadow and Bone, because I don't know, I was just so disappointed. I was so let down by Shadow and Bone. There was so much hype around it and I was really excited, and it fell flat for me. I didn't love it. Same with Ninth House. I was pretty excited to jump into that one too. Everyone loved it. I liked it more than Shadow and Bone. However, I still found it a little bit difficult to get through. So really hoping that Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, which is the other book in the series that I want to read by the end of the year, I'm hoping that they are better and that I like them more. And the last book, book number 10, is not a series. It is a standalone. It is a contemporary, which is just completely different. All of these books have been fantasy. And it is Radio Silence by Alice Osman. People I love on YouTube and people I trust on YouTube have loved this book. They've raved about it. Basically just that one girl from Paperback Dreams. But I have read Heartstopper, which is the graphic novel by Alice Osman, and I loved that. I love the story. I love the characters. Super easy to read. I'm always down for a contemporary, particularly young adult contemporaries, because they just, I don't know, they sing to my soul a little bit more. I know nothing about this story, which for me is fine. But like I said, everyone that I know and trust on YouTube has read this and liked it. So I will be reading this by the end of the year and hoping that this becomes another favorite of mine. And those are the 10 books that I want to read by the end of 2021. I've read a lot this year. I've actually probably almost read too much this year. So given that I also have about 6 other books that I need to read by the end of the year for a vlog that I am filming over an extended period of time, I'm really hoping that I can get these read, because like that's 16 books to have read by the end of the year. And that's a lot, especially when half of them are high fantasies. Wish me luck, everyone. If you've got any anticipated release reads, because I never have anticipated releases. I don't know why. I don't have the right information sources. I'm behind on what's new, what's happening, what's hip. I only ever really find out about it after people have already read them. So let me know what's anticipated. Thank you guys so much for watching. I post videos. I'm changing it every Wednesday, sometimes Sundays if I feel like it. Wednesday just seems to be a better day for me. I always have a video ready on Wednesday and never on Sunday. So Wednesday it is from now on, my friends. But again, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Ooh, I wonder if I can do this sideways. Oh, this is so painful.